heart at Chester Rocks 2013. The Wanted.
Back at Chester Rocks, you were here a couple of years ago. Enjoy it?
Yeah, loved it last. Well, I was going to say last year, but it was 2 years ago.
It feels like that.
It feels like last year.
It does.
We've done a lot in 2 years, but it feels only like yesterday it happened. So it's weird.
I was going to say that you have been so busy. I mean, you've been over in America. That's all been going well.
Yeah, it's been going good. I mean, we've been Nathanless for the last 2 months, but it's been eventful.
And how are you feeling now? All back to full form?
I'm feeling wondrous. I'm really happy to be back. I'm not quite fully recovered yet, but it's quite a long process. But I'm at a stage where I can sing and get back with the lads. So I'm very excited to be back and working very hard for a change.
And it must be great to have him back. I mean, it was a bit odd just being the four of you.
Yeah, it is odd, especially when we've been in each other's pockets for the last 3 years, and then suddenly you almost lose like a little brother. So yeah, it's good to have him back actually, and I've missed his little witty, sarcastic comments.
And you've just done an up close and personal with some of your fans. How nice is it to do that?
It was great. It was very up close and personal. Literally, there was like a meter between us when we were singing, so we didn't want to sing like too loud, so we like shouting in their faces. But it's great. It's really good to see them, and they've come from all over the country as well to be here.
One was from Gloucester.
Yeah? Why didn't you say? We would have talked about Gloucester.
But you kind of stunned them into silence, because I was expecting them all to be a bit giddy and screaming, but they were mute. I think they were stunned.
They always are. Like, every time you meet them, they're always like, "Oh, I can't wait to meet them." Like, even on Twitter and stuff. And then when you meet them, they're like, like really silent. But I feel it's really endearing, I think.
Either that or we're getting worse.
It could be the latter.
But you know what? You go on Twitter afterwards and you look at their comments. It's going to be like, "Oh, follow us," and then it'll be like, "Oh my God," all in capitals, which means they're very excited usually with the Twitter world. And like they're just going crazy. But you're just like, well, why didn't you say anything? You're obviously a complete nutcase. So what happened when you just went silent?
And doing shows like this, do you get used to it? Do you ever get used to doing big shows like this?
I don't think you ever do. It kind of changes all the time wherever you go, whether it's England or America or wherever. So yeah, we're looking forward to this one actually. It's good to be back in England and on English soil doing English gigs.
And have you been watching the weather? It's a bit hit and miss today, isn't it?
It's awful. Awful. We did a gig in where is it? It wasn't Scunthorpe.
Scarborough.
Scarborough, that's where we were.
Sunny Scarborough.
And sunny Scarborough. It absolutely was raining cats and dogs. I was thinking for another term there. I did quite well, but it wasn't pleasant at all. Everyone was stood there with their rain macs on, which is
a bit different to LA, that, isn't it?
A little bit, but you know what? I'm happy to be back in England and doing English gigs in English weather, even if it's raining or not. The sunshine always gets a little bit much sometimes.
And what's next for you then? What's next on the horizon for the weather?
More of these, really.
Yeah, more of these, really. We've got the single coming out on the 23rd. We've got the TV show which comes out on the 24th on E.
You nervous about that?
A little bit. But do you know what? I'm just happy that people get to see, I think, a side of us that you don't usually see in interviews. Or so yeah, I'm kind of excited about it.
Great, that's lovely. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
This is hard.